Chapter 12 The Yoga of Devotion. Arjuna said, "Of the constantly united who worship you with love, and those with the imperishable unmanifest, which has the best knowledge of union?" The blessed Lord said, "The mind focus on me, those who worship me, eternally united, endowed with supreme faith, they are thought to be the most united with me. But those who worship the imperishable, ineffable, unmanifest, omniscient, and inconceivable, unchanging, immovable, constant, controlling the senses, the same intuition everywhere, they attain me, rejoicing in the welfare of all beings. The exception is great for those whose consciousness is set on the unmanifest. For the goal of the unmanifest is reached with difficulty by the embodied. But those renouncing in me, in all actions, intent on me with undistracted union, who meditate worshipping me, I soon become their deliverer from the oceans of the death cycle, Patra, whose consciousness has entered into me. Keep the mind on me, let the intuition enter into me, then no doubt you will live in me hereafter. If you're not able to keep conscious steadily on me, then by yoga practice seek to attain me, wealth winner. If you're unable, even in practice, become intent on my work, doing actions for my sake also, you will attain perfection. If you are unable to do this, then resort to my union, renouncing all the fruits of actions, act self-restraint. For knowledge is better than practice. Meditation is superior to knowledge. Renunciation of the fruit of action is better than meditation. From renunciation, peace follows. A non-hater of all beings, friendly and compassionate, free of mind, free of ego, indifferent to pain and pleasure, patient, the yogi who is always satisfied, self-restrained, firmly resolved with mind and intuition focus on me, who is devoted to me. This one is my beloved. Whomever the world does not trouble, and who does not trouble the world, who is liberated from the anxieties of joy, anger, and fear, this one is also my beloved. Whoever is impartial, pure, capable, detached, untroubled, who renouncing all undertakings is devoted to me, this one is my beloved. Whoever does not rejoice, nor hate, nor grieve, nor crave, renouncing good and bad, who is full of love, this one is my beloved. The same towards enemy and friend, and thus in honor and disgrace, the same in cold, heat, pleasure, pain, freed from attachment, alike in blame or praise, quiet, satisfied with anything whatever, homeless, steady-minded, the person full of love is my beloved. Those who worship this immortal justice previously spoken, endowed with faith, intent on me, devoted, they transcendently are my beloved. According to the search results, this chapter is called the Yoga of Devotion. In this chapter, Krishna compares different types of spiritual disciplines and their benefits. He also describes the qualities and practices of pure devotees who are liberated from the cycle of life and death. He advises renunciation of the fruits of actions as a way to attain peace of mind. In this chapter, there are 20 verses. The main points of the chapter are: Arjuna asks Krishna whether it's better to have devotional love for Krishna or for the less tangible, unmanifest God. He wants to know which path is more perfect in yoga. Krishna replies that both routes will lead to understanding, but he recommends devotional love for Krishna personification in the Gita for embodied beings. He says that worshiping Krishna in this concrete form gives worshippers a clear focus. He says that worshiping, worshiping, worshiping the vast God as the essence permeating all things will eventually lead devotees to understanding. But this form of worship involves more work. Krishna insists that meditation wholly on Krishna will lead a person to him. He says if such meditation is not possible, then living a life devoted to Krishna will also bring a person to Krishna in the end. He says that with the mind and intellect surrendered to him, he will bestow his grace upon them. Krishna instructs Arjuna how to become perfect in yoga. He says that by meditating and concentrating solely on Krishna, one will become loved the most by Krishna. He says this is the way to free oneself from the cycle of death and rebirth. Krishna says that if a person cannot do this successfully, then he should call all his work with devotion to God. He says by doing so, he will attain perfection by his grace. He says if a person cannot even do this, then he should work for the pleasure of God. He sees that if he feels even this is difficult, then he should simply renounce the fruits of all his works and be situated in the self. Krishna states that the cultivation of knowledge is higher than mechanical practice, and meditation is higher than knowledge. However, better than meditation is the renunciation of the fruits of action, because it immediately leads to great peace. Krishna describes all the wonderful qualities of God's loving devotees who are very dear to him. He says that they are kind, serene, unmoved by pain or pleasure, free from attachment and aversion, balanced in honor and dishonor, friendly and compassionate to all beings, detached from worldly affairs, steady in mind, devoted to him with their whole being.